When Sir Mix-a-Lot created Baby Got Back, he intended it as a satirical take on rap's obsession with curves and a direct response to the waif-thin beauty standards of early 90s pop culture. The song began with the iconic line about, "Oh my god, Becky, look at her butt." A direct parody of Valley Girl attitudes toward different body types. The track topped the US Billboard Hot 100 for 5 weeks and became the second best-selling song in the US in 1992. What started as social commentary about beauty standards accidentally became an empowering anthem. Mix-a-Lot later explained the song was a blown-out, glorified version of what was actually being said at that time, when pop culture was waif-thin, heroin addict, big hair, fake boobs. The advent of SoundScan helped propel its success, as kids were buying the single even when radio was nervous about it, eventually going double platinum. The song won a Grammy for Best Rap Solo Performance in 1993 and continues to generate royalties decades later. The Bloodhound Gang crafted The Bad Touch as the most ridiculous, innuendo-filled party song they could imagine, complete with absurd animal metaphors and deliberately crude humor. The band never expected their joke track about doing it like they do on the Discovery Channel would become a worldwide phenomenon. The song's over-the-top nature was intentionally designed to shock and amuse rather than create a serious hit. However, its catchy hook and memorable music video featuring the band in monkey suits turned it into a global club anthem. The track reached the top 10 in multiple countries and became one of the defining party songs of the late 90s. Its success proved that sometimes the most outrageous concepts resonate with audiences who are in on the joke. The song's legacy continues at parties and clubs where its absurdity is precisely what makes it work. Weird Al Yankovic built his career on musical parodies, but White and Nerdy became something unprecedented in his catalog, a parody that outperformed many serious songs on the charts. The track spoofed Chamillionaire's Rydin, transforming it into a celebration of nerd culture complete with references to Wikipedia editing and organic food shopping. What made this different from typical Weird Al releases was its timing during the rise of internet culture and geek chic. The song became one of Yankovic's biggest commercial successes, proving that parody could transcend novelty to become genuinely popular. Its music video went viral on YouTube, helping establish the platform as a legitimate venue for musical content. The success demonstrated how parody music could capture cultural moments as effectively as serious songs. Yankovic's meticulous attention to detail in both lyrics and production elevated what could have been a simple joke into a cultural phenomenon. Originally released in June 2012, Harlem Shake was re-released as a single on January 8, 2013, but didn't begin selling significantly until February when a YouTube video by Filthy Frank developed into an internet meme. Throughout the second week of February 2013, more than 4,000 Harlem Shake videos were uploaded to YouTube each day, with approximately 12,000 videos posted by February 13, gaining more than 44 million views. The meme's format was simple but addictive. 30 seconds of one person dancing alone, then chaos when the bass dropped. The unexpected success caused Billboard to incorporate YouTube data into its Hot 100 chart, allowing Harlem Shake to debut at number 1 on February 21, 2013, whereas without this change it would only have debuted in the top 15. The media response to the meme helped the single chart at number 1 for 5 consecutive weeks on the US Billboard Hot 100. According to Nielsen SoundScan, the single jumped from 1,000 sales a week to 262,000 downloads, a 1,359% increase. The phenomenon marked a crucial shift in how viral content could drive mainstream chart success. PSY's Gangnam Style was named after the affluent Gangnam district in Seoul and was designed to satirize wealthy Seoul culture. The South Korean artist never imagined his joke about materialistic culture would become a global phenomenon. The song made history on December 21, 2012, as the first video on YouTube to reach 1 billion views, achieving this milestone at 10:50 a.m. Eastern Standard Time after being posted on July 15. The track spent 5 weeks at number 1 on the Billboard K-pop Hot 100 and reached number 2 on the main Hot 100, spending 7 weeks in that position. At its peak, the video netted 14.9 million views per day and still averages 900,000 views per day as of 2022, with the video now having 4.4 billion views. The song's horse riding dance became a global phenomenon, with everyone from celebrities to world leaders attempting the moves. PSY's satirical take on materialism accidentally became the blueprint for modern viral marketing and K-pop's global expansion. Eminem himself joked that The Monster was a calculated attempt to recreate the commercial success of his previous collaboration with Rihanna, Love the Way You Lie. He openly admitted the formula felt almost too easy. Take a dark Eminem verse about his inner demons, add Rihanna's powerful vocals on an anthemic chorus, and watch it dominate the charts. The rapper was somewhat tongue-in-cheek about the collaborative process, suggesting it was designed to be a crowd-pleaser rather than artistic innovation. Despite Eminem's apparent cynicism about the track's commercial motivations, it still topped charts worldwide and became one of his biggest hits. The song proved that even when artists acknowledge they're following a successful formula, audiences will embrace quality execution. Its success demonstrated how self-awareness about commercial intentions doesn't necessarily diminish a song's impact. The track's honest exploration of mental health issues, despite its calculated origins, resonated with millions of listeners globally. The Baha Men's Who Let the Dogs Out began as a silly novelty track with a repetitive, almost nonsensical hook that seemed destined for quick obscurity. The song's basic concept, repeatedly asking who released the dogs, appeared to have no deeper meaning or artistic pretension. However, its infectious energy and simple call-and-response format made it irresistible at sporting events and parties. The track became the unofficial anthem for sports teams worldwide, played at baseball games, football matches, and basketball arenas across the globe. Its success was so unexpected that it transcended music to become a cultural catchphrase that people used in everyday conversation. The song won a Grammy Award for Best Dance Recording, legitimizing what many considered a throwaway party track. Despite its simple premise, Who Let the Dogs Out proved that sometimes the most basic concepts can create the most enduring entertainment experiences. British duo Right Said Fred created I'm Too Sexy as a tongue-in-cheek commentary on male vanity and fashion industry pretensions. The brothers never intended their satirical take on masculine narcissism to be taken seriously by mainstream audiences. The song's deliberately over-the-top lyrics about being too sexy for my shirt were meant to mock the very attitude they were portraying. However, its catchy synth-pop production and memorable hook transformed it into an unexpected global phenomenon. The track reached #1 in multiple countries, including the United States, where audiences embraced its campy humor. Its success helped establish the template for intentionally ridiculous songs that audiences could enjoy both ironically and genuinely. The song's music video, featuring the shirtless brothers posing dramatically, became a staple of early MTV programming. Right Said Fred's joke about male vanity accidentally became a celebration of confident self-expression that resonated across different cultures. Gummy Bears I Am a Gummy Bear was created as a simple children's song featuring a dancing animated bear and basic, repetitive lyrics designed for very young audiences. The track's primary purpose was to entertain toddlers with its colorful visuals and simple melody that kids could easily sing along with. No one anticipated that this elementary children's content would explode into a worldwide viral phenomenon. The song's addictive, I'm a Gummy Bear chorus and the characters' enthusiastic dancing captured attention far beyond its intended demographic. Adults began sharing the video ironically, but many found themselves genuinely enjoying its infectious energy and unapologetic silliness. The character spawned merchandise, video games, and countless remixes across multiple languages and musical styles. Its global success demonstrated how content created for children could transcend age barriers when it tapped into universal appeal for joyful, uncomplicated entertainment. On November 3, 1990, Rap scored its first ever #1 single on the Billboard Hot 100 with Vanilla Ice's Ice Ice Baby. The song was initially released by Ichiban Records as the B-side to Van Winkle's cover of Play That Funky Music, but was given its own single release in 1990 by SBK Records. The song's hook sampled the bass line from Queen and David Bowie's Under Pressure, and Van Winkle initially claimed the melodies were different because he had added an additional note. The lead single became the first rap single to top the Billboard Hot 100 and helped drive the album, To the Extreme, to spend 12 weeks at #1, selling 7 million copies in the US and reportedly 100,000 copies per day at its peak. What started as Van Winkle rapping over a borrowed beat became a landmark moment in hip-hop history. The song has been credited with helping diversify hip-hop by introducing it to a mainstream audience, even though it was initially conceived more as an experiment than a serious artistic statement. Rick Astley's Never Gonna Give You Up was originally just another formulaic late 80s pop song produced by the hit-making team Stock Aitken Waterman. The track featured Astley's unexpectedly deep voice over a standard dance pop production that seemed destined for brief chart success and quick obscurity. While it did become a hit upon its initial release, reaching #1 in multiple countries, nobody could have predicted its second life decades later. The song gained immortality through rickrolling, an internet meme where unsuspecting users are tricked into clicking a link that leads to the music video. This prank became so widespread that it transformed Astley from a forgotten 80s artist into a permanent fixture of internet culture. The phenomenon introduced the song to entirely new generations who discovered it through social media rather than traditional radio. Astley himself embraced the meme's popularity, occasionally participating in surprise rickroll events and acknowledging how the joke gave his career unexpected longevity. The Buckwheat Boys created Peanut Butter Jelly Time as an intentionally absurd dance track featuring a banana character and lyrics that simply repeated variations of the title phrase. The song appeared to have no artistic pretensions beyond creating the most ridiculous possible combination of food references and dance music. Its flash animation featuring a dancing banana became one of the early internet's most beloved viral videos. The track's complete lack of sophistication proved to be its greatest strength, as audiences embraced its pure, unadulterated silliness. The song became a cultural touchstone for early internet humor, referenced in television shows, movies, and countless other viral videos. Its success helped establish the template for intentionally ridiculous viral content that would dominate social media in subsequent years. The Buckwheat Boys had accidentally created one of the internet's first truly viral songs, proving that sometimes the most meaningless content can achieve the most meaningful cultural impact. Norwegian comedy duo Ylvis created The Fox solely to promote their upcoming talk show, never intending it to be taken seriously as a musical work. The brothers designed the song as a parody of viral videos and pop music conventions, featuring deliberately nonsensical lyrics about fox sounds. Their goal was simply to create something memorable enough to generate publicity for their television program in Norway. However, the song's absurd premise and infectious chorus caught international attention far beyond Scandinavian television promotion. The music video's combination of serious production values with completely ridiculous content created an irresistible contrast that audiences found endlessly entertaining within months. The track had garnered hundreds of millions of YouTube views and topped charts in multiple countries. The song's success completely overshadowed the talk show it was meant to promote, turning Ylvis into global celebrities known primarily for their joke song. Their promotional stunt accidentally became one of the decade's biggest viral hits, demonstrating how the internet could transform local content into worldwide phenomena. Chumbawamba's Tub Thumping was intended as a satirical anthem mocking British politics and working-class resilience in the face of Thatcher-era policies. The band, known for their anarchist political stance, designed the song to critique the cycle of getting knocked down and getting up again as a metaphor for societal oppression. The repetitive, "I get knocked down, but I get up again" chorus was meant to illustrate the futility of this endless cycle rather than celebrate it. However, audiences completely missed the political subtext and embraced the song as a genuine rallying cry for perseverance. The track became a massive global hit, particularly popular at sporting events where crowds would chant along enthusiastically. Its transformation from political critique to motivational anthem frustrated the band, who watched their anti-establishment message become a celebration of the very resilience they were questioning. The song's success demonstrated how audiences can reinterpret artistic intent, turning satirical commentary into sincere inspiration regardless of the creator's original intentions. The Venga Boys deliberately created We Like to Party as an over-the-top parody of Eurodance music, featuring the most exaggerated elements of the genre they could imagine. The Dutch group designed everything about the song to be deliberately excessive, from the repetitive lyrics to the bombastic production to their colorful, cartoonish image. Their goal was to create something so outrageously cheesy that it would serve as commentary on the state of late 90s dance music. However, audiences completely embraced the song's unapologetic enthusiasm and infectious energy without any sense of irony. The track became a massive hit across Europe and beyond, establishing the Venga Boys as legitimate pop stars rather than musical comedians. Club-goers and radio programmers treated the song as a straightforward party anthem, ignoring any satirical intentions. The success proved that in the right context, intentional campiness could be indistinguishable from genuine entertainment. The Venga Boys found themselves trapped in their own creation, forced to continue the joke that had become their serious career. Danish-Norwegian group Aqua created Barbie Girl as a sharp satire of consumerism, gender stereotypes, and artificial pop culture, using the iconic doll as their target. The song's lyrics were deliberately provocative, with double entendres that critiqued both materialistic values and sexualized imagery in popular culture. The band intended the track to serve as commentary on how society packages and sells idealized femininity to young people. However, mainstream audiences largely missed these deeper critiques and embraced the song as a fun, catchy pop anthem. The track became one of the defining hits of the late 90s, reaching the top of charts worldwide and becoming a karaoke favorite. Mattel, the company behind Barbie, actually sued Aqua over the song, which ironically proved the effectiveness of their cultural critique. The legal battle brought even more attention to the track, cementing its place in pop culture history. Despite the band's satirical intentions, Barbie Girl became a genuine celebration of the very pop culture artificiality it was meant to criticize. Kaya recorded My Neck, My Back as an intentionally outrageous and explicit joke track designed to shock listeners with its graphic sexual content. The rapper never expected her deliberately crude lyrics and basic production to receive serious radio airplay or commercial success. The song began as underground party music, primarily circulating in clubs and among audiences who appreciated its unapologetic boldness. However, its catchy hook and Kaya's confident delivery gradually gained mainstream attention despite its explicit content. The track became a cultural phenomenon, inspiring countless remixes, samples, and references in